Here we are. Great to see you this morning, Danny. Good to see you back, mate. Rosa, great to see you here, and Kim as well. I can't see everybody that's watching in here, but I can see there's more people than just Danny, Rosa, and Kimberly. So if you're not there, if you are there, and there's two more that just joined, thank you so much for being here. Vicky, I saw your message probably about 10 minutes ago. Good morning, 60 Up. I saw your message about, 5-6 minutes ago and responded to it on Facebook. And glad that you're loving the board and seeing some amazing results, which brings me to what we're going to be talking about today before we start the workout. And we know that today, hey Julie, top fan, I see that on there. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Some of you, if you check out the messages, hey Kirk, good morning to you and your wife as well. I don't know your wife's name, Kirk. If you let me know, then I can say hi to her too. One of the things that you'll notice this morning, I woke up at about 2 a.m. Couldn't sleep because I'm on a mission right now to help as many people as I can. And you'll see that I'm responding, sometimes to Facebook posts at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Didn't get much sleep. I don't know if it shows, but I certainly feel it. But as I was getting ready for this morning's class, you guys inspire me. It gets my energy up. I know we're here for a purpose. And whenever there's a purpose, there's always an energy. So thank you so much for being you and being here with me. I got my water ready. I need to probably hydrate a little bit more today because I'm extra tired. And so I encourage you as well to make sure that you hydrate before we start. Now, when I responded to Vicky today on the message that she had left on the public forum, I've got to try and think of the right words. I said for her to listen as to what we were doing today because her message really exemplified what my message is today. So I'm going to put my water down. Yesterday, I got the most amazing email come through. Most of you know we do a newsletter. We try and go twice a month with someone that we highlight that's a hero to us, an inspiration. I give some training tips and also a little bit of motivation or inspiration to add to your motivation. And I got this back yesterday from a gentleman we've never heard from, but it was so empowering that I wanted to read this to you because I think it really encourages and inspires continuation of what we're doing. It's a guy called Bob, Mr. Stillwell. And thank you so much for sending this. I'm going to read it to you. It's not too long, but it's a little bit, and then we'll get on with the workout. It goes, Dan, your 60 Up balance board has, just as Bob Eubanks says, made a major difference in my life. I just turned 90 in March, and I've been working on the board for about 6 weeks now. Were it not for a move from Texas to Seattle, since I bought it, I would have had more time on it. As is usual with age, my balance had almost completely gone. I walked mostly by hanging on to things inside my home and outside with an up walker, which is a great device. I was falling frequently and having difficulty getting up. So as a result, I was sitting most of the time and getting little exercise other than hand to mouth. I like that. I had bought the up walker because I knew that I needed to get some exercise and started walking outside, which was fine, but it didn't help with my balance. I saw your ad on the internet and I decided that the 60 Up might help me. I was totally frustrated when I first started on it and was about to give up before I moved. After the move to Seattle, I have been on it for 3 weeks and it started to click, and now I use it every day. I was coming out of the shower last week and I started a forward fall to the left, and amazingly my left leg and foot immediately came out and stopped the fall. I am now working on the intermediate workout and enjoying it every time I get on the board. It is really amazing how much my balance has improved and how well I walk now. I want to thank you for making my life safer and better, and I will probably get a few more years by using the 60 Up board. And that again came from Bob. That obviously touches my heart. I hear similar stories, but when people write in and tell me how it's affected them, and for him to write the last sentence, I'll probably get more years because of the 60 Up. The 60 Up aids his fight. So my message for today is keep going. It's, he says in there, it's perfect. He says, I almost gave up because it wasn't clicking. And when we've had problems relative to the length of the problems and the type of problems, we can still end up having, fears, worries, and lack of belief or faith. But the faith and belief has to start in you, and then you have to have the support program to take everything you don't know to become knowledge and make it into a change in your life. So I want to say thank you so much to Bob and also to you guys for being here. These are the things that inspire me and says, let's keep this going and build it, because we're touching lives every day and every single one of you is important. Okay, so for today's workout, we're going to have the short bands. Make sure you have short bands ready to go. I haven't even checked. Yep, I've got short bands ready to go. I'm going to be using the blues today. And we're going to go through a little bit more of a band workout. But again, we're going to go through some intermediate moves. The important thing, remember, go at your own pace. I'll try and go at a speed that I think is comfortable. I want to push your level, but at the same time, let's not get to a point where we're going so fast and you feel like you're dropping out. So if you want me to slow down, send a message in here and I'll see if I can slow down or adapt so it makes it easier. With that said, here we go. I've got, as soon as this is over, I've got to head down to Long Beach to one of our manufacturers and check out some quality control. And then after that, I head over to our pole manufacturer. As I said, we're made in America, which I love. And so I'm going to go out there, check on the poles. And then I'll head over to our fulfillment house, which is in Chino, California. And I'll be working there. So long day ahead today. Cheers. Okay, here we go. We're just going to start with just the step tap, as we always do. Just nice and easy. Again, intermediate workout. As we're going through this, I want you to start exaggerating the movement. And it can still be faster. We don't want this one have to go so slow, but if you want to go slower, you can. But again, I'm just pushing through here, exaggerating the move. Can I go a little faster? As if I was picking up my speed, working through it. And I got a great email, by the way, from Steve, who was featured in our newsletter a couple of weeks ago. And he's been doing some testing relative to walking with his Apple iFit phone and got some great information I'll be sharing with you too. Okay, so what I want you to do now is right foot, toe, heel, flat, and drag. Let me show you that on the left. You go your toe, you go your heel, you put your foot flat. Again, the board isn't really moving, but it's touching the board, and then I just pull it back onto the ground. So what we're doing here, let's go on the right. We're pushing the toe, we're pushing the heel. We're now taking more time on the leg we're standing on, and then we're going to pull it back onto the ground again, so we get a new movement. Left foot, toe, heel, flat, and pull. Right foot, toe, heel, flat, and pull. And again, toe, heel, flat, pull it back. Toe, heel, flat, pull it back. One more time on the left foot. Toe, heel, flat, and pull it back. Good. What I'm going to do is just march in place. Get that little walk in place. Yeah, good. Now what we're going to do, we're going to tap 3 times on the board. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, bring it back. Left foot. 1, 2, 3, pull it back. Right foot. 1, 2, 3, pull it back. Left foot. 1, 2, 3, pull it back. Right foot. 1, 2, 3, pull it back, and left foot. 1, 2, 3, back. Now just a little side step. So we change the muscle group from lift just to a little side step. And again, go at your own pace. This is so important that you're not on here and trying to keep up if you can't. And at the same time, you will eventually if we just go through the motions. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, we're now going to just come and stand behind the board. Now you're going to go with your left foot. Sorry, let me start again. You're going to go with your right foot. We do the same thing where you go toe, heel, flat, but now you're going to push it to the side and bring it back. Let's go the left foot. Toe, heel, flat, push it across and bring it down. Now what we're doing in here, toe, heel, flat, as you push your foot to the ground, you're now putting more and a different weight on the opposite leg. So we go toe, heel, flat, push it to the side, you'll feel more weight on the leg and then bring it back down. So this is the first time we've done this exercise. I've never taught this before, but I was beginning to think sometimes when we're on a wet surface, or as Bob was saying in the shower, as you begin to slip, you've got to be able to keep the stability on the leg that's stable. So it's here, oops, flat. I begin to slip and I bring my foot back again. Here we go again. Toe, heel, flat. I begin to slip and I bring my foot back again. My leg on the ground has the strength to recover my body. Let's go again. Toe, heel, flat, slip and out, and the other side. Toe, heel, flat, slip. One more time each side. Go toe, heel, flat, slip, bring it back. Toe, heel, flat, slip, bring it back. Okay, great, good job. Let's just do a couple of little heel kickers in here. Heart rate should be going up right now. There you go, excellent. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it on the outside. So we're going to go to the number 3 and do toe, heel, flat, and slide the foot in. So we go 3, toe, heel, flat, slide, back. This is much harder than it looks, especially on the balance. Left foot, toe, heel, flat, slide, and back. Go on the right again. Toe, heel, flat, slide, and down. You'll notice how your balance, toe, heel, flat, goes from wide, and now you become more centered under your body. You'll notice your hips will change. Toe, heel, flat, slide, back, and left foot. Toe, heel, flat, slide, and back. Good. Let's just march in place again. Now, while you're marching in place, take your fingers on top of the poles if you can. Good. What I want you to do is lift your hands off of the pole and go thumb, finger, 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 finger. Thumb, finger, 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 finger. What we're doing here is getting the brain to multitask, which is keeping the board balanced, soft taps with your fingers, and your feet are still moving. We're going to go back another 10 seconds on this one. So now we're learning how to balance and move while we're engaged in something with our hands. Very important in life. I could be moving and suddenly I want to reach into my bag, I want to reach into my pocket, and I want to be able to get something. And that's multitasking the brain while balance is working. Good. Hold on to the top of the poles. We're back in and just shake those legs out. Now I can tell you, my heart rate is up. I can feel the heat beginning to emanate in my body. The sweat's beginning to build. So I know we're getting a workout, and I hope it's going well for you too. Okay, next exercise we're going to go on to. We're going to step up onto the board on number 2. Step back. Go left foot. Step on the number 2. This is called a V step for those of you that haven't done this before. It's just like the shape of a V. And again, the V step can change relative to the foot position that you're going on. Now what I want to do is we're going to go through this. So just stop now that you know it. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to go heel, toe, up onto your toe, down onto a flat foot and step back. So left foot, you'll go heel, toe, toe, heel, step back. Watch again. Heel, toe, lift, heel, back, down. Are you ready? On the left side, here we go. Heel, toe, lift, heel, back, down. Right. Heel, toe, lift, heel, and back down. Going the other side. Heel, toe, lift, heel, back down. To the right side. Heel, toe, lift, heel. Now what's good about this, and keep going at your own pace, this is like a walking motion plus strengthening the toes as we're going, because we want the toes to be strong, because toes are critical to be able to refine your balance. So again, if we're walking, we tend to walk heel to toe, and all we're doing is exaggerating that motion. Good. Now what I want you to do is I now want you to go to number 3. So we go 3, but again, hold on with the opposite foot. So you're just going to go into here. Now I'm going to step across, so it's a slightly wider step that we're going in. Heel, toe, lift. And what's great is if you lift the other leg just to touch the pole closest to the foot on the board, It will also give you a little bit more stability as you go because you can push back with your heel if you need to. Heel, toe, lift, back down, heel, toe, lift, back down. Couple more times. Good. Okay, and rest it there. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to a V-step again, but this time we're doing a crossover V-step. So I guess it's not really a V-step, right? All I'm going to do is take my right foot and step to my left number 2. Lift the back leg, step back, step. My left foot goes across to the opposite number 2 and lifts. So now we're getting a little bit of a crossover so our feet get used to being engaged and balanced as we step across our body. So I might be stepping off of a sidewalk. I want to make sure if I'm stepping off the sidewalk to the side that I have the strength to go. So are you ready? Starting with the left foot going to the right. Up, lift, down. Up, lift, down. Good, just stepping across into here. Good, and you'll feel how the hips and you'll feel the muscles on the outside of your leg beginning to engage because they've got to be stabilizing your body. Very specific, great exercise. Good. Now if you notice, I take 2 steps on the ground. So we're up, 1, 2. We're up, 1, 2. We're up, 1, 2. Now what I want to do is do 4 steps in between so we start working on speed. So watch, we go step, up, 1, 2, 3, 4. 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 We're going to keep going a little bit longer. Again, go at your own pace. Now let me explain why we want to do the 4 steps. And if you can, speed up the 4 steps a little more. If I begin to fall, the way I save a fall is to be able to move my feet quickly, to be able to catch my body and get my feet back under my center. So again, if I'm beginning to fall, boom, I've got to regain my balance, I can move those feet, and speed of feet is critical to not stopping the fall, but actually saving the fall. Okay, so last time going across here, last one, 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, good. Stand here, shake those legs out, shake your arms out, because you'll be surprised how tired your arms get when you are holding onto that pole, sometimes out of nervousness or wanting more confidence. We grip really hard. It takes a lot of pressure in those arms to shake them out. Okay, we're going to do the same exercise one more time, but we're now going to step to the number 3. So I step all the way across. I'm getting more of a twist now. Lift the back leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and get set in the middle. Across, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with our right foot going to our left. Are you ready? Step across. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you need to look at the board to find your placement, feel free to look down. And then as you lift, look up. So I'm going to look at the board. I step. I look up. I see the board. I step. And by going further across our body, we're now challenging the ability to recover from a further off-center angle, or to take that bigger step and feel confident and safe, which ultimately is what we want to do. It's not just about saving a fall, it's about not even worrying about a fall and doing the things we want to do, and the body's ready. There you go, good. Last one. Okay. Come and shake those hands out. You can feel today's a cardio workout, again, intermediate level. But if you're a beginner or someone that's just getting used to it, you can still do the exercises. The last exercise I did, I could have just stayed at number 2 or go to number 3 and just go really slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all about building your confidence. So again, go at the pace and don't get stressed or frustrated if you can't keep up. It's not about keeping up, it's about getting a better you, and it will happen. Okay, next thing I want to do, we're going to step on number 1 and 1. All I want you doing, just lifting those knees. So we're just going across, and you'll feel as you lean, your knee wants to actually come across your body because of the way the board is angled. Now what I want you to do is lift the knee straight up and touch the pole that you're lifting up. So I'm here and I touch. I lift and I touch. And the beautiful thing about doing this is we're strengthening up the hip joint in here with a very little movement, while at the same time working on our balance on a surface that isn't flat, it's at an angle. So by lifting and touching, we're actually strengthening the hip joint in a very safe and comfortable way. Okay, here we go, come back to the center. We're gonna go on a 30-second run. So for those of you who've done it before, we know it's just small. Don't have to lift your feet too high off of the board. We're just getting that heart rate back up again. There you go, 10 seconds in. If you want to go higher knees, you can. Just make sure if you're doing it that you're soft on your feet. You should be going toe to heel. When I hit the board, my toes hit first and then my heels going down. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back to the center. Good, we're getting a lot of workout in a short time today because we want to go to band work. Now, what I want you to do is bend your knees and push your hip. Push your hip. Again, kind of a skiing motion. Keep your knees together. So again, we're beginning to strengthen the hip joints in here, the muscles around the hips. I can feel I need water, my voice is going. Good, so, you know, while you keep doing that, I'm gonna stop and get water. Keep going if you want. And this just goes to show it. Anytime you need to stop and get water, don't wait for me to tell you, you do it. Okay, I'm back up. Couple more to join back in with you. Good, now come and rest. Now what I want you to do is find your balance. We've been moving, we've had a lot of side to side motion going on. Can we now find the center? Can we now find peace? Now, what I'd like you to do, because we're intermediate, is if you feel comfortable, take one hand off. If you feel really comfortable, take both hands off. And notice how your feet pressure will adjust your balance. Not moving your hips, it's a little pressure in your feet that will adjust your balance. Good, put your hands back on. I'm going to now go to 2 and 2. What I want you to do now is bring the knee across and touch the pole. So now again, we've worked, by taking the leg out, we worked the outside of the hip. Now we're working into the hip flexor and the groin area by just strengthening. We're on 2 and 2 the feet, and we're just strengthening our leg movement. If you can't go fast, go soft, lift and back. If you're feeling a little nervous, get that foot back. It's a quick little touch and back. And if you're feeling confident, you can now move and get that knee coming across each time. God, no, I'm sweating. Not that that's that funny, but it's, I wish I could see you guys working out because I know that you'd be sweating. Or you're way fitter than I am and I got to start doing more cardio. Good, come back, now find 2 and 2. From a movement and going off balance and twisting angle, can you now find your balance? Good. Same thing again I want now. If you feel confident, take one hand off. It's always there to put it back if you begin to feel unconfident. And if you're feeling very confident, take both hands off. Can you find that balance? Again, foot pressure, I'm feeling it more in my big toe area than the little toe, but my knees are slightly bent. And anytime I feel uncomfortable, I can grab the poles and realign myself. There you go, good. Now what I want you to do is come back to 1 and 1. All we're gonna do is rock side to side. Let's get back to that skiing motion again. Pushing those hips. There you go, good. I feel bad for all the skiers out there that had their season cut short. I know Kim, who is part of the 60 Up team in-house, she loves going out there and snowboarding, and I know she got it cut short. I love snowboarding, but I haven't been in a number of years, sadly. But it's nice to kind of imagine I was back on the slopes again. Even though I snowboard, I see all the skiers all the time. Good, now come and find your balance. Good, can you find that piece? Now, can you take 1 or 2 hands off? And when you're here, this is again, bend your knees slightly, go into a very slight knee bend and see if you can adjust and hold that balance. If you need to hold the poles, feel free to. Good, can I find it? And all I want now is a small little movement of up and down with the knees. So I'm maintaining my balance while I'm strengthening my legs at the same time. There you go, good. Excellent, hold on to the poles and come back, good. Step on 2 and just lift the legs to loosen them up a little bit. I know this is a hard workout. And if some of you have taken a little bit of break, I applaud you for that, because knowing your limit and leading you is the start to a better you. I'm going to push your limit and give you the opportunity to work at a level that will challenge you or help you grow even further. But I don't want you to go so fast that you're so out of breath. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to number 1 and 1, and this is the last thing we're going to do today, and that's why it's been an intense kind of shorter workout. I'm going to now go back to running on 1 and 1. It's our last little cardio, then we're going to bands. So can I get this little run going? Again, go as slow as you want, or go as fast as you want. Getting those knees up. We've got about 14 seconds left to go. I love this exercise because it's so simple. There's really no impact if you're soft with your toes. The board's taking the pressure of hitting the ground rather than your body, and your heart rate is getting up. Like I said, my goal is when this COVID quarantine is given the all clear, I want you running outside, and that's why doing these little exercises are so important, so you have the confidence and the ability to do both, balance and move fast. Good. Step back off of the board. Whew. That was a good workout. Shake the hands out, shake your legs out. Now, I've got my bands over here. Give yourself a minute. Move the poles to the inside holes, attach the bands, and we'll get going. First thing I'm gonna do is have a mouthful of water. And again, we're gonna go slow on this because I want you to have time to do this. Okay. Moving those poles to the inside now. That's 1. That's 2. Now let me get the bands. So most of you will know this, having done this already, but the way to put the bands in, just drop the loop through the front of the board, feed it through, then feed the handle through the loop, and then attach them onto the hooks. That's 1 down. And there's the second one. All right, so you can see we're sweating in here. I hope you are too. Hey Tomei, Lisa Peace, hi, how are you? Lovely seeing you. Okay, here we go. We're gonna step up on the board again. For this exercise, we're gonna put our feet on 2 and 2. The first thing we're gonna do is take your right hand, grab hold and face your palm towards your screen. Now what I wanna do is bend, we're gonna push on the left, bend the right elbow. As you come down, push on the right. So push on the left and curl, push on the right and down. So we're gonna go, this is 3 and down. So as you push on the left, curl the right, 4 and down, 5 and down, 6 and down, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Push on the right, place it back onto the hook. Now let's change the other side. We're gonna go left. Now remember, as you push on the left, you'll be down. So push on the left now. As we go to the right, bend the arm. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Down, up. Left foot, right foot. Down, up. How many have I done? I think this is 8. Maybe that's it. Maybe this is time. I'm going to do one more just in case I only did 9, but I lost count going left and right. Good. Push it down. Swap it back over. Now what we're going to do is we're going to challenge the brain to do the opposite now. So grab the right. So when we push on the left, we're up. Sorry, we're down. As I push on my right, we come up. So we're left and down, right and up. So we're doing the opposite of what we were doing before. That's 3. Left, right and up. 4. Down, right and up. 5. Down, right and up. 6. Down, right and up. 7. Right and up. That's 8. Right and up. And last one. Put it down. Now push on the right so your weight's there to put it back and hold onto the pole. Now what's great about this exercise is the fact that we're doing the opposite of what we were doing before, so we're increasing our motor skills of being able to adapt to what we want to do. So now let's grab this left one. Remember, when you push on the left, it's now up, right? So let's start on the right. I'm not going to count that one. As we push on the left foot, we're going to go up. So that's 1. Now push on the right, left and up. 2. And squeeze that bicep. 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And squeeze that bicep. 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Very good. Put it back down. Okay, we're going to move on to the next exercise. That's taking care of our bicep work. What I want you to do is shake the arms out, and we're going to move on to the next one. So the next one that I got out here is going to be a lateral raise to a front. So how that works, and just watch for a second, you're going to take your arm to the side. It's hard to see with the camera. I'll take it to the side, I'll bring it to the front, I'll bring it down. Then I'm going to bring it to the front, take it to the side and down. What we're developing here is the shoulder muscle, both the anterior and the side in here, to have that motion in life. You're going to pick something up and move it, or pick something up and bring it to you. That's what this exercise. Don't go higher than your resistance bands allow. These resistance bands are pretty heavy. They're the second heaviest, and I can feel they're pretty good for me. So this one we're going to do find your balance. So find your balance in the middle. We're only going to go 5 on each side. Go to the side, bring it to the front, bring it down. That's 1. Bring it to the front, take it to the side, bring it down. That's 1 complete. Up, front, down, front, side, down. And much harder than it looks. That's 2. Up, front, down, front, side, down. And really focus on that balance. Don't let the board hit the side. Here we go. Side, front, down. I'm going to really focus on my balance. Front, side, down. And that's 5 complete. Let's put it down. Let's go to the other side. Are you ready? We start going to the side. Balance, check your feet are even on 2 and 2. And here we go. Side, front, down, front, side, down. I'm having to really focus here to keep my balance. That's 1 done. Down, down, and front, side, down. Or I'm losing my balance. Focus on the balance. Down, up, here, down, front, side. And you'll notice when you go to the side, your balance changes as well. That's 3 complete. Down, up, side, down. I hope I'm not upside down. And the last one, here we go. Really focus on that balance. Gotta find it. Side, front, down, front, side, down. Good. Come and place the bands back. Shake those arms out. Very good. Take your arms across. Just feel that stretch. If you want to do it with one hand holding on, just swap the hand and just go over there, just so we can loosen up that shoulder part and shake that arm out. What I'd like you to do, change arms, shaking it out, and you can be in an off-balance position here. Now just take that arm and rotate it around. So we go into here, and the last exercise we're going to do today is going to be a posture exercise. Good. Change arms, just roll it around. So this posture exercise is to strengthen the upper back. You'll be in this position here, squeezing these muscles together without lifting the shoulders up here. You want to keep the shoulders down. When I was a dancer, I'd always have my dance teachers, and it's Lynn Stanley's birthday today, one of my old dance teachers. So happy birthday to you, Lynn. But they'd always tell me I'd dance a little bit. I always had to work on bringing my shoulders down. So today we want to bring shoulders down and back. And the exercise I have planned is going to be helping to do that and make sure it's right. So grab hold of the handle. What I want you to do is lift the shoulder up, roll it back, and squeeze. So again, we roll it forward, we lift it up, we come back, and we squeeze. Now, if I show you from the side what it would be like, my shoulder goes up, it comes back, and then I squeeze, and I'm squeezing this shoulder back while the resistance band's giving me just a little resistance. It's not as hard as the ones before. But again, in here, these muscles are tightening up. So we want to make sure, that we're doing it right, because we want to make sure that the muscles are working. Let's go a couple more on the right. Sorry for stopping, but I want to make sure the technique is right. So I'm trying to find my balance. My shoulder comes up, it rolls around, it goes to the back and goes tight. And one more. Comes up, goes back. Think of stretching the muscles across the top. My back is tight. This is one of my favorite feelings I had in ballet. It is when you open your arms up, you can feel the back muscles working, and place it back down. Here we go, going to the other side. Got to find my balance. Hands facing the side. Roll my shoulder up, bring it back, and squeeze that back muscle. And again, up and squeeze. And roll it up and squeeze. Let's go two more. We roll it up and squeeze back. I can feel my balance is really being tested, but the great thing is, if you notice in here and put it back, as I'm doing this, I can feel my body's going. But the beautiful thing here is not the balance that has to be saved, it's the fact that I'm constantly trying to correct the balance. I don't just go, okay, I'll stand here and just do the exercise. No, I'm constantly readjusting, which is what balance is all about. And honestly, I'm not even that conscious of adjusting. My body's beginning to take over. Now, we're going to go back. What I would like you to do now, if you feel confident, you can go back and do one arm, 5 on each side. And I'm going to ask you to count those out. Or if you're feeling confident, you can take both of the resistance bands in your hands and do them at the same time. Now, I'm just going to show you an example, a little bit dramatic. But if I'm like this and I feel off balance, I can drop them and grab the poles. And I want to show you that because I talk about it, and then all you have to do is I'm just going to come back. If you don't have good balance or strength, you can bend down and pick them back up again and come up. So there's a little example. If you get off balance and you're trying, just drop the bands and grab the poles. Here we go. You ready? Find your balance. So shoulders come up and back and squeeze. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze that back. Open that chest up. Stand tall. 4, 5. If you're doing single arms, change your arms now. Here we go. And 6. And honestly, you can do this exercise without bands too. And roll. 7. And roll. 8. And roll. 9. Last one coming up. We roll. And 10. Good. And put the bands back onto the hook safely. And there we have it for the band workout today. Again, it's great. Just rock side to side, nice and easy. Good, we're going to a little bit of a cool down now. It was a great workout today. I'm not sure even what the time is because I don't have my clock or counter with me today. But I know we had a really good workout. You will find these workouts if you want to do it again or repeat it over the weekends or anything. You can find them all on YouTube on the 60 Up channel and go back. If you couldn't get through the whole workout today and want to go back and challenge or do the second part or get things better that maybe you didn't understand fully and want to get better at, go to the YouTube channel. I know Kim will upload this pretty soon. She doesn't hang around, Kim. She keeps me on my toes. So again, just rocking side to side. Now what I want you to do is just step back off of the board. There you go, good. Shake your legs out. What I want you to do is take your right arm and place it over your left with your palm up. What this will do is it will stretch out the front of the bicep because we did the bicep curls earlier. So just let it hang there nice and relaxed. There you go. It's weird, my feet want to keep moving. It's want to keep moving. Good. Change arms. Right arm on the pole. Take your left arm. Just let it hang over so you feel the stretch down the front of your left arm. Just stretching that bicep out. Good. I feel like I want to dance now. There you go. Good. Bring your arm back down. Now take the right arm and just shake it out. I want it completely loose. Don't even try and shake as far as like using the muscles. Just let it shake. It doesn't even have to be big. It can just be a small little shake. All you're doing is relaxing the muscles and loosening up the shoulder, the wrist, and the elbow joint with a really gentle shake. Good. Change arms. Shake it out. There you go. Nice. Now, what I want you to do now, if you feel comfortable, take both arms and give yourself a hug. As far as the hug goes, we're stretching out the back muscles that we were just using when we were going backwards. We now want to stretch those out to give them a little relief. If you don't want to use both arms, cross one arm over and grab the other side and just in there, and then bend slightly forward. You'll feel more of a stretch. I'm going to cross my arm over, cross it here, pull, and then bend forward, and you'll feel a little bit of a stretch across the back. There you go. Good. Come down, shake your arms out. Very good. What we do is just roll those shoulders. We should start our own 60 up nightclub. No one can go to it, but we can come in and dance on camera. Okay, I've got to calm down. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is, again, hands on the poles, take some steps back and just bend forward. So you should be in this position here, just bent forward. You're stretching the hamstrings, your glutes. Now what I want you to do is drop your head and move your hands a little down. Keep doing that. When you do that, you should feel more of a stretch in the lower back and on your neck as well. So lengthen that. Good. Come back up slowly. There you go. Good. All I want you to do now is just some butt kickers. Again, just so we're almost done. You're doing great hanging in there. Thanks so much for being here with me today. There you go. Good. Come back down. We want to go one more time. Move your hands down the poles. Maybe step back a little bit and go all the way down. Move your hands down the pole as far as you feel comfortable and just hold there. Stay there at this point. You want to be breathing nice and easy. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out, just relaxing. Good. And walk back up the poles. There you go. Last thing we're going to do, just roll the ankles out now. There you go. And change legs. We just roll it in to out, making sure the ankles continue to be supple. Good. And change legs. We're now going to go out to in. So just rolling it, loosening the ankles both ways. And change legs. Shake those legs out. And great job. So that's the end of the workout today. Diana, thank you so much. Thanks for being here. The class is always greatest when you were there. I don't know if any of you have seen, but the soccer games have been off in Europe. And as far as there's no crowds, but they started playing the games in Germany again. And I watched a game, it was between Dortmund, and I can't remember who the other team was the other day. And it was amazing watching it on TV. And this was another revelation. The game was boring. It would look like just a regular scrimmage because the fans weren't there. You didn't have 40, 50,000 fans screaming in the crowd. And it made me realize that as much as the players may be important, as much as the teacher may be important, hey Janelle, it's really the class that makes the difference. It's the audience, it's the spectators, it's the fans, it's those that are actually engaged in the activity that really make the level what it is. So without you guys being here, this class wouldn't be as great. So thanks for that, Diane. Glad you enjoyed the class as well, Janelle. Thanks so much. Really important that you guys, maybe tonight get on the board and just rock for 20 minutes side to side watching TV. It really will help continue the reconnection of the brain, the proprioceptive connection, feeling the body and the body sending messages without even going through a workout. It's actually very relaxing. And as I always say, if the commercials come on, Or at some point you'll decide, hey, I'm just going to try and balance. You know, challenge yourself, but don't make it a workout. Make it a short challenge and just rock side to side. So with that being said, I know I've got to jump off and start driving. I've probably got about a 4-hour, maybe 5-hour round trip today to different locations. So I wish you guys a fantastic day. Thanks so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow goes to the advanced workout. We have the longer bands, don't forget. We're also going to be doing some of the Red Bull workout. We're also going to be working on a little bit more mobility of the up and down motion to loosen the body up. And we're going to get on the board tomorrow. When I say on the board, your butt is going to be on the board tomorrow. So we've got to make sure you can get down and make sure you can get back up. And I'll show you how to do that as well. Or we'll do a way that you can adjust that. So thanks so much. Have a beautiful day. And I will see you tomorrow. Love to you all. Bye-bye.